What's going on, everyone? Thanks for coming to watch. So, I got an update for you guys on Hurricane Hilary. So, Hurricane Hilary is a major hurricane. It's a Category 4 hurricane out in the Eastern Pacific, and we really got to watch this system as it could potentially make a landfall in Southern California later this week. So, we're going to continue to watch the system. It probably would make landfall around Sunday, Monday, or into Tuesday. But we'll track and all the update and give you updates on what impacts it'll bring. So Hilary's out here right now. It's looking pretty nice right now. We saw some beautiful satellite imagery just earlier this morning. But we can click on Hilary and you can see to start. We'll look at the cone, so we'll look at where this thing is going, and you can see that first off we have Hilary right here. This was around 6 a.m. today, so we're past this point here. It's finally become a major hurricane. It's a Category 4 hurricane. You can see it's starting to go up into this line of Mexican territory. And there are tropical storm watches and warnings out here. You can see this pink here. This is a hurricane watch, and this blue here's a tropical storm warning. This yellow here's a tropical storm watch. It still will be a hurricane. This will probably be a Category 1, Category 2 hurricane as it scrapes up against this coastline here. The timing for that's going to be around 12 a.m. To Sunday to 12 p.m. Sunday. So it's going to be pretty much an all-day kind of storm. It's going to be very slow moving, but as for now, this is what it's looking like now. But you could get into the cone of uncertainty when it finally enters California. It will probably hold on to tropical storm strength as it moves through Southern California. So right now, it's looking like the center of the storm is going to pass right through Southern California into Central Nevada and then Oregon and Idaho. So, I mean, it's probably going to make landfall in Southern California, probably from 12 a.m. Monday to Tuesday, and eventually it'll get into the desert, and it's going to be weird. It's going to be raining and very, very windy in the desert. It's going to be a very weird scenario, but very fun to watch. So we'll see what this thing does. It's going to be very interesting, but we also got to be ready and alert for what the impacts are going to be, But yeah, this will eventually die down to a tropical depression as we get into, as it gets into Oregon and Idaho. So I mean, I wouldn't expect too much for you guys from this system, but you could definitely get some flooding downpours and then maybe some relatively gusty winds. Okay, so that's going to be it for your cone, and we're going to be looking at our flash flooding potential. So we've looked at where the system's going. Now we got to look at our flash flooding potential. Okay, so we've got our excessive rainfall outlook here. This is day 1 to 5 throughout the entire kind of time of Hilary. But you could see that, we're up to a high risk. It's a really bad thing when you see a high risk that is at least a 70% chance of seeing flash flooding within 25 miles of the point. So, I mean, it's right in here, right in South Central California. This would be just east of San Diego. You have a high 70% chance of seeing flash flooding. That is something that's a sign that's going to tell you that there is going to be catastrophic flooding out here. That is really not good. It's just because when these slow-moving hurricanes and tropical storms move into these places that haven't gotten much rainfall this year, it's all of a sudden a massive amount of rainfall, which causes that terrible flooding. And then around it, you have that moderate risk of at least 40% chance of seeing flash flooding. This includes a very big area. You can see this includes San Diego, Yuma, Arizona, and this also does include Las Vegas. So there are some pretty major cities on the brim of this 40% risk, this moderate risk for flash flooding. But this does include all of Southern California. As well, and this also does go into parts of southern and southwestern Nevada, okay? All right, so then surrounding that area, you have that slight risk for seeing flash flooding. This is an at least 15% risk. So at that point, you have a decent shot at seeing some flash flooding. It wouldn't be surprising to see flash flooding, but you're not in a terrible zone. It's not definite. So you have Cedar City out here in Utah. This goes down through southwestern Utah. This goes through western Arizona. It doesn't include any major cities out there, but this does include a lot of central California. Have Bakersfield and Los Angeles in the slight risk, and then we go into Nevada, which is mostly going to be in that slight risk for the duration of the system. You've got Winnemucca, Tonopah, and Ellie, all in this slight risk. Okay. And then for the surrounding areas, this is just a very, very big area. It's a marginal risk. It's only a 5% risk for seeing flash flooding. This is including just all the surrounding areas, but also including cities like Fresno, Santa Maria, and Red Bluff, California. So that's going to be it for your flash flooding risk. I mean, I'm telling you, once again, when you see that high risk up, days before a system comes in, that tells you that there is a very, very concerning look on what the models have been saying for how much rain could fall. Okay, so look at the rainfall totals after looking at the flash flooding potential. It's not looking good. You could see just northwest of San Diego, or northeast of San Diego, you could see 4, 6, 10 inches of rain, 10 plus inches of rain. I mean, that is a ridiculous amount of rainfall. But yeah, I mean, this is in inches. This is definitely going to be something we're going to have to watch. This is going to be out through 5 a.m. Wednesday, August 23rd. But yeah, I mean, you can see all these spotty areas out here, these little patches of yellow and orange and red. That is, 4, 6, 10 inches of rain. So it's a lot of rainfall that's going to be falling throughout a long duration. But you could get 2 plus inches of rain for this whole dome here, of all the way up to central California, including Bakersfield, Los Angeles, Santa Maria, up into parts of central and southern Nevada, including Tonopah and then Las Vegas. But I really do think it's south central and southern California, you could get up to 10 inches of rain. So you got to watch out for that rainfall. Okay? And then we'll look at the winds. The winds are not going to be too bad. They're probably going to be tropical storm force winds. But you can see that as of now, the probabilities of tropical storm force winds are going to be 30, 40, 50% at the extreme southern California point right here. Okay, so there's not a huge problem with those damaging wind gusts, although the wind gusts will be strong enough to break some tree branches, some pretty big tree branches, maybe topple some old trees. So you could definitely gotta watch out for that. All right, so that's going to be pretty much it for the update on Hilary as of now. I'll probably do an update in the regular one today. But yeah, we'll continue tracking this, continue watching it, but it is a Category 4 hurricane, so you got to watch out for that. So stay safe out there, and we'll see you guys in the next video.